Yo, what is up guys, LostNUnbound here, and today we've actually got some pretty big news for NBA 2K15 MyGM mode. Not just some normal screenshots, but actual news. Today, this is what we've got to say. Now last year was the first year of MyGM mode when it came out for 2K14 Next Gen. I loved it, you guys loved it, it was an awesome series on this channel. But there were some negatives. First off, oh my goodness, the conversations. Hey, if somebody didn't make it to the All-Star team, if you have Damian Lillard on your team, he was doing fantastic, but he didn't make it to All-Star weekend, he's pretty pissed off. So what does he do? He's going to go and talk to the GM. I love that. But then, when you had to respond, option number 1, positive response. Option number 2, the only option remaining, negative response. Can somebody please explain to me who would ever, let me say it one more time, ever pick the negative response? I mean, come on, man. Who would do that unless they're trolling? Of course, they're going to pick the positive response, and that made it feel too repetitive. But this is what I love that 2K did. They are expanding the game. For example, say you have Eric Bledsoe on your team. In the beginning of the season, you say, Bledsoe, you're going to be getting 30 minutes per game. But you know what? You don't like his game, you don't like his style. Instead, what you do as the season goes on, you give him, I don't know, 23, 24 minutes per game. In 2K14, it's not going to make that big of a deal. But in 2K15, since you straight up lied to him about that, he will remember that. He will trust you less, his morale will go down, and hey, when it's time for the offseason, when it's time for free agency, and you want to re-sign him, let me tell you, he will remember that. The same thing goes for the media. Say at first the media tries to ask you some questions, and you're like, you know what, you're not having any of it, you're just giving them some pointless and vague answers. What are they going to do? They're not going to trust you as much, so instead they will put you on the spot. They will pressure you with tough questions, because if they can't trust you to answer a normal question, a lighter question, they need to put you on the spot. They need to get their job done, and that's what I love about these new improvements. It's so focused on trust. Because guys, in real life, with the general managers, with the owners, with the teams, the players, it's not all goody-good in the background, behind the scenes. There is always so much stuff like this going down. So much of the business side, all of this behind people's backs, lies, people complaining to each other, and it's pretty unfortunate, but I'm liking how 2K is bringing this in, instilling this to the game, to the 2K series, because it just makes it more realistic. Now another major aspect that has changed, and guys, just wait for this one because I love this right here. In the 2K14 MyGM mode, a lot of the stuff you needed to buy with VC. If you wanted to rank up with your training, with your coaching, with your scouting, any of that, you had to spend VC. It could be VC that you earned from my team spent on MyGM mode. VC, quote unquote, is nearly stripped out of the mode, and instead they're going to be using a system of XP. Now guys, if you remember back in NBA 2K11, before they had the VC, in my career, what did you use? You had to earn XP, and you would use that. You couldn't just go ahead, buy VC, and make your player 99. I love this right here, because you have to earn those rankings. You have to earn them by the way you play as a GM, by the way you make these decisions, how trustworthy you are, all of the trades you do. Now another area of the game where they took a big leap forward is the scouting. Back in 2K14, I've got to say, to be honest, the scouting was a bit underwhelming. It was repetitive once again. Now for the scouting, it's going to be more in-depth. There are going to be mock drafts, big boards, social media rumors. I love that right there. They have that for my career. That is working out for that mode. And you know what? Now they're bringing that idea along for MyGM. That is golden. So much of all of that, it all just adds up to make this a much more complete mode. Now one more detail I want to go over, and this really is just a tiny detail, but I thought this was pretty cool. In MyGM mode, if you played it a lot, you know that the injuries were ridiculous. It was just unbelievably ridiculous. Broken back, broken jaw, unrealistic injuries. Hey, if it's in the UFC, yes, some people are going to break their jaw. How often does somebody break their back or break their jaw in the NBA? That was honestly just frustrating, because when I'm playing the season and I see, oh, Kevin Durant out for the season, broken back, I'm not too happy about that. But this year, this is actually something kind of cool. Each body part has a durability rating. So it's not like there's one durability rating for the whole player. So for example, Derrick Rose, he's not known for concussions, but his knees, you already know. His knee is just not the best right now. It's getting sore. He tore his ACL. What can you expect? Same thing with Russell Westbrook and his knee. He hasn't really gotten any other major injuries on any other body part, but the only one that really caused him to miss a good amount of time was his torn meniscus. So his head, his arms, all of that probably have a good durability rating. His knee is not so much. Let me know, guys, down below in the comment section. If you could add anything else, what would it be? Anything that I might have missed, anything that they might have missed, because you know what, I'm sure that even though it's making some big improvements, there is always room to get better. So let me know, guys, at least one thing, if you had to pick, that you wish they can fix for MyGM mode. Let me know down below in the comment section. If you're new to the channel and you want to see tons more of NBA 2K15, make sure you hit that subscribe button to join LNU Nation. You can follow me on Twitter at LostNUnbound. And as always, guys, I'm LostNUnbound, and have a great day. Peace out.